So this screencast is about successfully getting vector art onto your InDesign layout. So currently, this layout that I have is just placed images and placed text. If you've been following along as I've been showing you a few fun creative techniques for how to get raster images onto your InDesign layout. Vector is a tad bit different though. Yes, you can go to File and Place, and you can locate your vector art. I borrowed Mr. Tran's logo here. Thank you for letting me steal your logo for the sake of presentation. You have been forever immortalized in screencasts, Ryan. So this logo, this is the one, if you recall, I resaved in CMYK. Meaning that it is in 4-color process and it is matching the color model of the InDesign layout that I'm placing it into right now. I do not want to place the 2-color or 2-spot color version because it will add 2 ink colors to my layout, making it unreasonably expensive to be able to print in 6 colors. The 6 colors would be CMYK, that's 4, plus the 2 spot colors, the 2 Pantone colors used in the logo. So I went ahead and showed you guys earlier how to change or modify your ink colors being applied to things like vector before you go placing it. Same thing with raster, right? Make sure you've corrected those images, that those images are all in the same color model, but the correct color model, correct resolution, correct file saving format. This is vector though, so we don't have to worry about resolution. That's the beautiful thing about vector. So I'm going to click open, and you'll notice here my cursor has the logo kind of floating around in my little cursor. It's just waiting for me to click. And here you have the logo. It's all of its vector glory, right? This logo here is in 4-color process, and if I want to, I can actually use my free transform tool to scale up this logo. Why? Well, because it's vector. There's no pixels. So I can scale up vector all I want to. I can scale it down. I can use my free transform tool to rotate this object. I can do the same thing with images. I just can't scale them up. Also, make sure that if you're scaling, even if it's vector and even if it's type, especially if it's type, make sure you're not distorting those images as you're scaling them. So I'm gonna scale this down and find a spot for it. I don't really have a plan for how to use this logo in this layout. So there you have it. I've placed a vector element onto my InDesign layout. I want to show you though really quickly, if you want to, you can, from Illustrator only, you can actually copy onto your clipboard and come over into your InDesign layout and paste what you've copied directly onto your layout. So Illustrator is vector, InDesign is vector, so check it out. If I grab my direct select tool, just like the one I have in Illustrator, I can do things like modify these points on the path of the logo if I want to. I can actually select these elements and fill this logo with different colors from my swatch panel. So many different things that I can do with this logo. It's actually in the file, just like when I copy and paste text. It's in my InDesign file. I can highlight, I can fix typos, I can change typefaces, I can format the text. Well, same thing with this vector. Since I copied and pasted it from Illustrator into InDesign, I can actually modify this vector artwork using the pen tool and the direct select tool and all the other vector related tools that I have at my disposal in InDesign. One thing though that I have not talked to you much about, and I'll talk to you more about it in the next presentation, is the links panel and what effect copying and pasting versus placing has on the elements that are appearing in your links panel.